to What's On Kitchen. I'm Julia. So today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious margherita pizza. It is just so easy to make, so let's get started. I'm using a pizza stone. I used mine quite a few times, that is why it's not that pretty anymore. But it just makes the crust absolutely wonderful, and they are so cheap to buy. So please get one, you will never regret it. It is just going to be a game changer for you and your pizzas. It is just, yeah, so good. And what I'm going to use for my dough is some lukewarm water, some dry yeast, some salt, and then a mix of all-purpose flour and some durum flour. And in this box here I have my starter dough, which is a dough I made yesterday. And what I did was just to mix all-purpose flour, some dry yeast and some lukewarm water together, and then I just add a lid on and place it in the fridge overnight until today. You have to make the starter dough at least 12 hours before. 12 to 24 hours is wonderful. So yeah, that is my starter dough here, and that just makes that crust even better. I'm making a double portion of my dough today, so that's why it's looking like a large portion. I am just going to write down the measurements for one dough portion down below in my description. But you can always add up to double, triple, or whatever you like. So first off, I'm just going to add my dry yeast into my bowl here. And then I'm just going to add in my lukewarm water. And then I'm just going to stir it around until the yeast is dissolved. And now it's time to add in my starter dough. So just in with that. And while that is stirring, I'm just going to add in my salt. And now in with my flour. So my dough has just started to combine, and it doesn't really look that elastic yet. But what I'm going to do now is to add it on medium speed, and then I'm going to run it in there for about 3 minutes. Then I'm going to stop my machine and let the dough rest for 10 minutes. Then I'm going to do it again for 3 minutes, let it rest for 10 minutes, and then do it the last 3 minutes. And after that I'm going to cover it up and set it aside for about 1 hour. So my pizza dough is now done rising, and it looks absolutely beautiful. And I have also already added my pizza stone into my oven onto a rack with some parchment paper on, and then the stone on top. And I have it in the bottom or the lowest mark in the oven, and I have turned it on to 235 degrees C convection oven. And if you don't have convection, then have it at 245 to 250 degrees C. But what I'm going to do now is to add some flour out on my table here, because the dough will be quite sticky. And then I'm just going to add my dough out. It looks absolutely wonderful. Needed a little bit, not much, and I just need a little bit more flour. And what I've needed here, I'm just going to cut it into some smaller pieces. And while I am rolling these here, I have just cut my dough into 10 pieces because this pizza spade I have is not that big, so I can only make like one person size pizza at a time. And I'm also doing a double portion, so just keep that in mind. In the description I'm going to place a one portion down, so that will be for 5 individual pizzas or 2 to 3 large ones if you have a bigger pizza spade. And when you are adding your pizza stone into the oven, you want the oven to be completely cold because you want the pizza stone to heat up with that. And you want to heat that pizza stone for about 30 to 45 minutes before you add in your first pizza. So I'm now ready to make my pizza margaritas, and I'm just going to roll out one of my doughs. And I'm also going to use some delicious tomato sauce and some mozzarella cheese, of course. But now I am just going to take one dough here, just add onto there, and just start to roll. And now it is time to add on my tomato sauce. And I have already shown you before how to make a delicious tomato sauce. You will also just choose to buy your own favorite store-bought one. That is really up to you. But now I'm just going to add on a lot of delicious mozzarella cheese. Now that is just looking so good. But now this pizza here is ready to get into the oven. So look at how delicious this pizza here got. If you're using fresh mozzarella, you can also do that. It won't be as burnt on the top as mine. It's not burnt at all, it is just brown and crispy. And then there's also the melted cheese underneath. And yeah, it is just wonderfully crispy. You can hear it. Yum, yum, yum. It got around 6 to 7 minutes in my oven with the pizza stone. And right now it is just ready to be served up, and I'm just going to keep repeating this process here until I've used all of my pizza dough. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed the recipe for my pizza margherita, and if you want to give it a go, all the ingredients are down below in my description. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here, and I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Bye!